Happy New Year to everyone. This is Rio Jones of WhatDoIKnow.talk. You guys also know us as WhatDoIKnowWorld.podcast. That's our new Instagram, which is WhatDoIKnow.talk. And view us on YouTube at WhatDoIKnow.talk. I'm so grateful to be here. Be here in this 2018. Starting off a great 2018 with you guys. We're going to talk about morality and why I chose that, for 2018. But let's get started to how we started. First and foremost, we started with a dream in my heart, and it was this place, love and compassion, just came into my heart, and it wasn't about preaching it. It was simply about breathing it. Just, greeting everyone with love. Everyone that I saw, everyone that I met. It doesn't matter who it was. So after that, I met Esmeralda, and she was the first person that, I feel like was just led to me. And we worked our butts off really hard on 2017 to fight through so much. I can't even believe you. When I tell you don't give up, don't give up. Your dreams are very, very important. It's something we have to fight for, something that, a lot of people aren't going to support you sometimes. Even the people that you want to support you won't support you. There's people that are it's so many things going to come against you, but you just have to keep fighting. It's not something to just give up. If you believe in it, you believe in something, and you really feel like it's something you can do all day long without a stop, I believe you should just keep pushing. Helping others and talking to others or taking the time for others, I can do that 24 hours a day, nonstop, probably without rest, because I've been told I have a big heart, and it truly is. At times I used to fight against having this big heart, because it would cause a lot of pain. It would cause a lot of hurt, because you open your heart up so easily, and there are people that will take advantage of it. Some people that will just don't feel the same way about it, like they can just dust something off and just walk away, or or just have less cares for it. And I think T.D. Jakes had just preached something about that, where he said just, instead of people with a big heart, they'll be up all night, and they'll have things on their heart all the time, and, it hurts longer than most people will recover, and that's true. So I used to hate it. But today I learned to embrace my heart, because, it's a true me. It's who I am. So being who I am, I have to, hold on to that. And, so let's go back a little bit to, so this dream had been in my heart, and, Esmeralda came along, and we fought a long way, and we fought so much to get this thing. We even fought a lot together, and just, there's a lot of discomfort that came, a lot of, we had to stop a lot of times and get some time away just in order to just, figure it out, because, it was so much, we were trying to do so much, and we were gaining so much ground so fast that, it just sometimes got hard, and sometimes were the best times. I remember the first time we were on the radio together, and we heard it. We were in the car. It was just like, yo, we're on the radio, and those are the best times that you look at, So I just want to say thank you, Esmeralda, for being just a part of all that, and still being a part of it. We are looking forward to a great year, a lot of great things to happen. We want to change a lot of lives, and so when the dream came by, and it came my heart, love, and compassion, I had somebody that was with me, that was able to run with me and help me with things, and sacrifice with me, and had the same kind of heart like me. So, it got a little easier to do, because I didn't want to be in front of the camera, and I was able to overcome that, by confidence of someone else that believed in me, that something that I didn't believe in myself, so that's where it started, and we went a long way, and we started a lot of things, and a lot of ideas came, and now look, we're here, after a year. We didn't believe it can happen, and then, look, it's here, and the dream came through, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for the audience, everyone on Instagram, man. I just thank you guys so much for following us. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for liking our stuff. We really appreciate it. It means the world to us. So that's the story of how it all came together. It's all love and compassion empowerment, and from there we plan on touring high schools throughout the United States. We call it adolescent to an adolescent tour. And which is merged in with the I pledge morality, because it's morality is basically like a moral compass. Where's our morals today? And it seems like we just have less time for people, less time for family members, less time for home, more time for selfies and just self things. But it's not the self that we really need to focus on. It seems like it's more vanity rather than the self, the inside, the heart. You know what I mean? The mind, the spirit. And that's what this morality tour is about. It's about gaining ourselves back, as well as helping others to gain themselves back, to not give up and walk away on the things that really matter, but to start to just pay more attention to, the strangers, that are there, to your wife, to your husband. We're going to talk about relationships, a lot of relationship talk, because a lot of people have DM'd me, reached out to me, emailed me to talk about different things like that. So I'm going to be touching on a lot of those things. I wanted to bring up an analogy of how, today when you walk down the street, you can see a person walking their dog, right? And you'll see more people stop to be like, oh my God, what's the dog's name? Or, and they play with the dog, and sometimes they spend 2-3 minutes with that dog, and pay no attention to the owner. Rather, the elderly that's walking down the street, we need to, say hello. Or the young man that might be in the wrong direction, or the young woman that might be going the wrong directions. Those are things that we need to just stop for a second and just reconsider, put out a lot of kindness, put out a lot of love, We're going to talk about the breaking up of families, we have to try to build our families more, take more time for, eating together, I remember, one thing I loved about my family was growing up, we had to eat Sunday dinner together. And we have to start instilling those things, tell the kids to put down the iPads and all the stuff, or even us, sometimes I got to put it down because I'm busy doing the same thing too, and we all need to just start putting down our gadgets and start focusing more on what's in each other's mind and how was your day, honey, or how was your day, son or daughter, or whatever it is, so we can just do that. It's intricate that we start to focus on those things. So that's why I chose morality this year, because I feel like the moral compass is to step back a few steps, and we need to focus more on love. We need to focus more on ourselves, in bettering ourselves, not in a selfish way, but bettering ourselves, becoming more selfless, because we already have taken the time to understand ourselves. Then we can now give more time to someone else. It was a personal friend of mine that actually inspired my 30 days, spiritual journey. Thank you, Carol. It was, I was going through a really, really rough patch. And, I believe she had told Esmeralda, Rio needs some time with God, And I really did, because sometimes we go by our own means. We run off and we do things that we think that we know something, or we think we know all, and we're just stopping. We're not listening anymore. So let's also put that in our morality pledge, like taking more time to listen to the people around us. Start trusting our friends more and hearing what they're saying, but rather than taking offense to what they say, and adhere to what the words that are coming to us, because sometimes when we're not connected with God, we tend to stray a little bit and not hear anything. So sometimes when you have friends, or your husband or your wife or your kid, or even a stranger, sometimes God will just put those people in your lives just to, tell you something. So if you're not listening, He sends somebody to listen and to speak to you. And we got to start to just take some more time to listen and hear to the things around us, our surroundings. Sometimes it may not be a person. Sometimes it's a video or a book, or it comes in so many different ways, you know. But I simply say, you know, if you're in trouble, cry out, you know, cry out to God, you know, reach out to a friend. And that's why we have to take more time to just hear each other, listen to each other, so we can get more perspective on life. You know, I'm going to give you another analogy. It's like, for me, it's like driving around, you know, trying to find an address and you don't know the right address. You know, for me, I like to stop, you know, and ask, get out the car and ask somebody at the service station, or pull over and ask somebody else, rather than keep going in circles and circles, you know. You know, so that's really what's in my heart today, man. I just want to thank everyone that's pledged. I mean, I'm getting so many pledges in. I said I was going to do one per day. Right now I'm going on 2, sometimes maybe 3 a day, because I'm doing it. It doesn't matter what race you are. This is not about race, religion, or anything. This is about just simply everyday people showing more love to one another. I have some of the greatest friends all around the world. Shout out to Mutai, you know what I mean? You know, Napoleon, you've been a great friend to me. You know, he's Muslim, one of my great friends. I have so many friends that are, you know, Jewish, you know, Buddhists, Christians. You know, as everyone know, I'm personally a Christian. You know, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. You know, but it's not, I don't, you know, he's put that in my heart to say it's not about race or religion. It's just wanting to give love. So I'm going a total different direction than anyone else, you know. But that's okay, you know, because it's my heart. And my heart says that everyone needs love. You don't have to like everyone, but we can take the time to love one another today. You know, let's talk about forgetting mistakes. Let's talk about more forgiveness, you know. None of us are perfect. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, let's encourage each other, even in our relationships. You know, for those people that see young families that are growing, you know, young marriages, you know, take your time to, you know, mentor that marriage, you know, speak goodness into their marriage rather than try to break up the marriage. You know, if you're in trouble in your marriage, seek counseling. If you're in trouble with your friendship, seek counseling. You know, go to a spiritual advisor. You know, speak to people that are going to lift you up and put you in the right direction with it. You know, and, you know, love yourself. You know, love yourself so much that, and I don't mean to say I love myself, but work on yourself. You know, read books, get anything that you need, and take the time out. I suggest that, I believe everyone should do a 30-day, you know, something with themselves for 30 days. You know, just put everything away, drop everything, and just really focus on yourself for 30 days. I'm on day 13 today, and it's probably one of the hardest things, you know, in the world, because I have to remind myself every day that I matter. So I just want to tell you that, what do I know, world? You know more than you think. This is Rio Jones for WhatDoIKnow.talk, and I just changed the name, so pardon me. So this is Rio Jones for WhatDoIKnow.talk. We love you. We thank you. You're amazing. God bless you. You're beautiful, if no one told you that. We're here to support you. You can email me at ask.thesavebeast@gmail.com. That's ask.thesavebeast@gmail.com. And or you could DM me at WhatDoIKnow.talk on Instagram, or WhatDoIKnowWorld.podcast on Instagram. We love you. We thank you. Yo, most honor, man. We love you so much. I can't even tell you how much. I'm so happy. I'm such in good spirit, man. We love you. God bless you. Continue to progress. Have an amazing, amazing 2018, and we look forward to seeing you again. God bless. Peace.